France has always been a sought-after getaway for retirees from across the globe. After all, it is a country that offers everything. The Alps, the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, vast countryside, as well as big metropolitan areas. As a whole, it has 13 administrative regions, all of which are unique in their own way. Out of these 13 regions, we have listed 12 of the best regions to retire in France. However, we have excluded the region where Paris is located, as it is the least favorite among retirees. As a whole, France boasts a rich culture, some of the best healthcare in the world, and relatively low crime rates. However, when it comes to visa policies, it does not issue a dedicated visa for foreign retirees. Nonetheless, most of the retirees opt for one of its long-term residency visas, which aren't that difficult to obtain, especially if the applicant is hailing from North American or EU countries. But keep in mind there are certain requirements for these permits, the main one having sufficient financial funds to reside in the country. So without further ado, here are the 12 best regions to retire in France. Number 12. Hauts de France. This is the northernmost region of France. It is dotted with many small town cathedrals, bell towers, and citadels. The capital of this region is Lille, a bustling university city and cultural center in French Flanders. Most of the retirees in this region are Brits due to the close proximity to the UK, with frequent ferries and the Channel Tunnel providing rail links to London. Altogether, it is a region with a strong Flemish influence thanks to its proximity to Belgium and the rest of Northern Europe. The cost of living in this region, on average per month for a single person, amounts to a total of $1,200, including rent and utilities. But in the end, it all depends on one's lifestyle choices. Additionally, the area has over 300 hospitals and clinics, with more healthcare professionals than any other center in Europe, so retirees can look forward to appropriate healthcare. Number 11. Normandy. Another northern region of France, Normandy is most famous for Omaha Beach, the place where the infamous D-Day took place. Nowadays, it's known for its rolling hills, sandy beaches, and of course, the gastronomy. It is a place for those who enjoy tranquility in nature, as most of the life here is rural, and one is bound to spend lots of time outside. Nevertheless, it is also home to several major towns and cities which are very modern, offering everything one could expect from city living. The capital of this region is Rouen, which is a port city. It has all basic amenities for a retiree, good hospitals, an excellent commercial center for shopping, fine dining, and more. The cost of living in this region is very diverse, as in some parts it's expensive, while in others it's affordable. Another great thing about this region is the property market. A small home in a village that requires a bit of renovation can be bought for under $100,000. Number 10. Centre-Val de Loire. This region is located in the centermost part of France. It is known as the cradle of the French Renaissance, with majestic chateaux and scenic valleys lining through its namesake river. In addition to its peaceful and pretty countryside, the region boasts lots of impressive historic towns, with decent cities like Orléans and Bourges, featuring all the modern-day services and amenities. Aside from that, the region is also very famous for its well-renowned universities offering courses in many fields like science, history, culture, fashion, and many more. Beyond its history, culture, and facilities, it is one of the best regions in France for homesteading, as it is home to a vast agricultural area. It is quite fertile, with abundant orchards, fields, and forests yielding an impressive range of fruit and vegetables. Overall, the cost of living in this region is also very affordable, and one can easily reside on a budget in any of its major cities. Number 9. Bourgogne-Franche-Comté. This is a region with strong environmental and social qualities, with well-being and good living, where talents and skills express themselves and flourish every day. In the last 5 years, it has seen a great sprout in its foreign retiree population. Currently, in each part of the region, nearly 7,000 new retirees arrive from within the EU and benefit from its facilities. Apart from this, the region features many charming small towns, especially in its Burgundy part, highlighting its traditional vineyards, autumn gastronomic fare, and building styles ranging from Gothic to Art Deco. The cost of living in this region of France per month for a single person comes out to an average of $1,500, including rent and utilities, while the cost of buying a house in this area is relatively affordable, with most houses averaging around the rate of $260,000 in the lesser-known parts of the region. Number 8. Bretagne. Bretagne is a region of northwest France, surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean with the English Channel to the north and the Bay of Biscay to the south. It is a region that is visited for its beaches, historic towns, and quaint fishing villages, as well as the chance to explore the islands off the coast. The capital and the economic hub of this region is Rennes. It is a well-developed city, however, it still retains the charm of a smaller town. Aside from the capital, it has several coastal cities and small towns, boasting their own unique pros and cons. Compared with the average cost of living in France, life in Bretagne is surprisingly affordable, as the average cost of living is accumulated to be around $1,300 per month. Additionally, it is also a budget-friendly place to invest in real estate, as one can buy a nice country house near one of its small villages for under $120,000. Number 7. Pays de la Loire. This region stretches from the Bay of Biscay and its long, scenic Atlantic coastline to the Loire Valley, which is full of Renaissance chateaux, lavish gardens, and stunning scenery. The region is balanced between cities and countryside, which preserves a quality living environment. The capital of this region is Nantes, a city full of interesting landmarks, castles, and cathedrals, with plenty of trendy venues and technological fantasy to enjoy. Besides its man-made attractions, Nantes is famous for its vineyards that produce muscadet white wine. Moving here means having a wide choice of towns to settle in, but most of the retirees tend to choose its countryside. Well, as far as the cost of living is concerned, it is a bit more expensive, as its average monthly expenses are $1,650 per month. Overall, it is a popular region with something for history buffs, seafood fanatics, wine enthusiasts, and nature lovers. Number 6. Comté. Bordering 4 major countries, Comté is an administrative region in northeastern France. It displays a great mix of Gallic and Germanic influences in everything from its architecture and local customs to food and language. Strasbourg is the capital city of this region, a former hub of the European Parliament as it sits near the German border, with culture and architecture blending German and French influences. The cost of living in this region is $1,700, which is higher than the latter ones mentioned in this video. The high cost of living is counteracted by the affordable and excellent healthcare, beautiful landscapes marked by its mountain range, and the borders with Switzerland, Germany, and Luxembourg, as well as the overall atmosphere, which provides a relaxing and refreshing vibe. Number 5. Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes. Bordering both Switzerland and Italy in the southeast, the large region of Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes is home to a diverse range of landscapes, each more beautiful than the last. The capital of this region is Lyon, which is rated high for its gastronomy and fashion industry. Alongside the main cities of Lyon, Grenoble, and Annecy, the region is dotted with charming towns and mountain villages. Plus, the region is also known for being a popular gateway to the Alps and offers fantastic hiking, climbing, and skiing opportunities. The overall cost of living in this region of France for a single person per month averages out to $2,000 and is one of the most expensive to live in France, but it's definitely worth it for its distinctive infrastructure and overall standards of living. Number 4. Corsica. This is a territorial collectivity of France and an island in the Mediterranean Sea. It lies 170 kilometers from southern France. Named as the Isle of Beauty, it is known for its magnificent mountains, wild landscapes, beautiful high-altitude lakes, endless coastline, and breathtaking views. It has long been a popular getaway spot for wealthy European retirees, and many of them own luxury properties on the island. So, for obvious reasons, the average cost of living on this island is very high, and prices for its properties have increased by over 200% in the last decade or so. Currently, the cost of living in this island region of France amounts to a monthly $1,800 per person. But with its luxurious beaches, lovely atmosphere, Mediterranean food, and tropical climate, it more than makes up for this added cost. Number 3. Nouvelle-Aquitaine. This is the largest administrative region in France, spanning the west and southwest of the mainland. Its capital is Bordeaux, known for its vast vineyards and open farmlands. Apart from this, the region is usually visited for the long, sandy beaches and popular resorts along the Atlantic coast, as well as the castles and villages. The average cost of living per person in this region of France comes out to be $1,700 per month, but it solely depends on the place one chooses to reside in. All in all, this region has it all. The perfect combination of history, culture, nature, and exhilarating outdoor activities. Number 2. Occitanie. This region is in southern France, on the Mediterranean coast, and extends to Spain at its southern border. An interesting region with dramatic landscapes, impressive gorges, and plenty of medieval architecture. The cities and municipalities of this region are always ranked very high on the list of areas best suited for retirement in France. Vineyards, farmland, and rustic villages dominate much of the region. After all, this is France's largest wine-producing region. Toulouse is the capital of this region and is bisected by a picturesque river that leads all the way to the Spanish border. Moreover, the coastal part of this region also hosts a great number of places like Montpellier that are worth retiring in. Another increasingly appealing element of retiring here is the low cost of living, especially when compared to nearby French Riviera. Number 1. Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. Last but not least, this is the most prime region in France. Provence is in the southeastern part, opening up to the Mediterranean Sea, and is best known for its diverse landscapes, from the southern Alps and Camargue plains to rolling vineyards, olive groves, pine forests, and lavender fields. To the south is Côte d'Azur, best known as the French Riviera, where the glamorous city of Nice and splendid resort towns such as Saint-Tropez and Cannes line all over the coast. The capital of this region is Marseille, which is famous for its significant cultural outputs and history. This region has been an inspiration for many Francophiles wanting to pack their bags and move to France. However, not everyone can choose to retire in this region, as the average cost of living in most of its cities is as high as it can be. Nonetheless, most people tend to gravitate to the region's small villages, as they offer lower costs and are famous for their local charm and simple, rustic way of life.